Welcome to my channel and thanks for watching. Today we are going to be talking about how to take some scrap wood and turn it into a chicken coop. So we have some small peeps that we have in our basement, and over the years we've learned that when you raise chickens in your basement you collect a lot of dander and it's nice to at least be able to get them outside, to get them some sunlight, to have them start picking around at bugs and not to be stuck in a smaller area that a basement can accommodate. So this is Dan. He is my husband. You'll be seeing a lot of him on videos. And so we are advocates of taking old recyclable things and to turn them into something nice, because as anybody knows, nowadays wood is pretty expensive to purchase. So we have these old 2x4s and some treated 2x6s that the 2x4s came from an old barn, and these ones are denailed, and this is the beginning of the process, so stay tuned and we'll keep working away at it. Thanks. So right now what Dan is doing is he's making the base of the coop. So he's taking some...
The bottom board is treated, and then this one is just regular 2x4. That way, this one will be towards the ground. We'll still block it up off the ground, but that way it doesn't rot.
Okay. So we laid this out 8 foot by 8 foot square, and he has the ends of some of these boards were just a little bit longer than 8 foot, so he'll be trimming these off. But essentially, you take your measurements, measure it diagonally as well. So when you get your diagonal measurement too, they should be 8 foot as well, to know that you're square. So then, once we got the base square, we took 3 additional 2x4s and measured it. Since we knew that the frame was square, we measured the 2x4s at 2 foot on center, and had to use a couple decking screws on a few because these boards were pretty hard. So the next step is we're going to have to put our deck on. So this may be where you need to buy some plywood if you don't have any laying around. Fortunately, when we built our house, we went dumpster diving and dug out a bunch of wood that the contractors were going to throw away. So we have all this wood over here. So here's our chicken coop so far with the deck on. It's starting to look like something now, isn't it? These were full sheets of untreated plywood. We had, just like I said, laying around. Now we're moving on to the studded wall, which is going to be part of the frame of our chicken coop. So we took this board right here is going to be your 8 foot board that's going to go along the side of your coop. And then we took other 2x4s that were 8 foot sections, and we decided that we wanted the coop height to be 4 foot, and we're actually going to have a pitched roof. So these boards then we decided to put on our 8 foot 2x4. These are 2 foot on center. So then we're going to actually have...
that's what it will look like once we get it attached.
Yep, and then we'll flip it up. This is what it looks like for today. So we finally got the sidewalls up on both sides. We put this bracing. So before we put this wall up, we took this 2x4 that was measured at 8 foot to make sure that this wall and this wall were square. We knew that the bottom was square because we did all those measurements. And then nailed everything in place, used a couple decking screws on some areas that had, we think they had probably knots in the wood. So now we have our 2 sides. This first side is going to be the back wall, and that far side is going to be the front, where we're going to end up putting a door in and some windows.